Thanks, Mike and Hal. As Hal alluded to, a successful Resorts World casino here at Aqueduct, it's not only going to benefit Genting and NYRA and the state of New York, but also the entire thoroughbred industry. And we've got two of the best people in the state to discuss the importance of this project. So I'd like to introduce Rick Violet Jr., a very successful thoroughbred horse trainer and president of the New York Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association, and Jeffrey Canizzo, executive director of the New York Thoroughbred Breeders.
Thanks for everybody, and certainly thank you, Mike. It's, I guess, the message to horsemen since Genting has jumped into the fray here is to unpack your bags, take the for sale signs out of the front yard, enroll your kids back in New York school, and for the first time in a long time, be prepared to plan ahead to be part of what once was and what will again be a thriving New York bred industry and thoroughbred industry. From all reports from NYRA working with Genting, the partnership has gotten off to a fantastic start, and for the first time in probably 10 years, we probably have gotten lucky. They were the last player in and the winner coming out, and it seems by all estimates they by far have been the best partner we could have hoped for. So for the 35,000 jobs, for the all the capital improvements that are desperately needed, for the 30 to 40% increase in purses, that'll put us back at the top of the list on where we were for 30, 40 years, and we've slipped dreadfully the last few years. But to finally restore New York to its place where it historically has been is pretty emotional, to be honest with you. It's been a long, hard pull, and certainly we embrace and look forward to working for decades together with Genting, and hope everybody comes along for the ride.
My name is Jeff Canizzo. I'm the executive director of the New York Thoroughbred Breeders. And I think that the key message here today is that we're finally moving forward from what was a dream for the last 9 years into what a reality is because of Genting New York and Mr. Speller here. The breeding industry is interesting here to New York because it touches 50 different counties in New York State. So this development here in this immediate community is not only going to affect the city itself, but it's also going to affect 50 different counties in New York State. 35,000 people are employed by this industry. Breeding industry occupies about 43,000 acres of green space and open space in New York State. So this is a very important economic development, not only to this immediate community, but to New York State in its entirety. We're very excited to rejuvenate the breeding industry that's been hurting the last few years here in New York State. This development is going to bring new people into New York. It's going to bring new horses here. It's going to bring new stallions and new people invested within this industry here in New York. So we're very excited. We're opportunistic, and we're thankful again to Genting New York and Mr. Speller.
Thanks, guys. We have a press release over on the table here for all media that will be going out shortly after the event. You're welcome to pick up a copy of that. And we'd like to open it up to any questions that anyone might have at this time. Dave?
Mr. Speller, why is Genting found it so important to incorporate racing into the casino and so many other casino operators at racetracks not do that?
Well, we think this is a fantastic facility. If you stand up here and look out the window to our right, it's a magnificent property. It's a fantastic opportunity with a great past history, and we want to incorporate that in everything we do. I think it's a lot of the historic sense of what has happened in this track for many, many years. And if you walk around this facility and you look at some of the photographs, going back to the turn of the century, it's a fantastic location, and we're very happy with that.
So the press release alludes to construction possibly beginning as soon as Thursday. What has to happen for that, for Thursday to become a reality?
We are just waiting on the permitting side, and if those permits are approved, we will be able to break ground on this Thursday. That's our this following Thursday. So that's our hope.
And as far as the construction process, the meet here starts on November 5th. race meet going on and construction of the casino?
For the most part, the race meet happens on this side of the building, and all of the renovation work that we will be doing will be on the far side of the building. So we've worked with NYRA to be very seamless and not interrupt the racing process.
Will there be construction 7 days a week or 5 days a week? Or?
I don't know the answer to that yet. We are working on an aggressive schedule, and the first piece, once we break ground and get through that process, we're hoping for sort of 6 months on the phase one. So as we get further down the road in terms of timing, we'll be able to figure out. But that is it's a plan in progress every single day, every single hour, every single minute of those hours. And the team that we have is a large team working on that, from the construction side, from the architectural side, and the operational side.
I know things don't always go smoothly. If they go as smoothly as incorporate, then how many slot machines could be in place by 6 months?
We're still working on the overall plan for that. Again, it's a plan in motion as far as how many we will have at the end of the day. But we'll, at the point where we get that finished, we'll certainly let you know. Anybody else? Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for coming today. We appreciate it.